Hello snowboarders of the internet, I'm your host Avran LeFeber, and in this video we're going to be reviewing the Bataleon Blaster Full Wrap Snowboard Binding. I rode this binding at Copper Mountain on a mix of blue and gray skies. There was some wet snow on the run, chopped, chunder, ice, kind of just a mix of everything, and I rode it with my Rome Party Mod snowboard with my K2 Thraxis boots. Alright, so let's talk about adjustability. You have a bunch of very basic and average things with this. You can actually rotate the high back to align it to your heel edge, as well as just having your normal forward lean adjustment flip tab right there. Very easy standard stuff there. On the toe and the heel strap, you have a flip tab to just lengthen or shorten them as needed. It is a fully adjustable heel cup with 4 screws that you have to release to just slide it back or forward, and then you can slide the toe ramp forward or backwards just a little bit to help center it under the boot. When it comes to the straps, you have Batalion's Ox-Tech strap. This thing is amazing. It grips just about every boot shape. It locks in. It feels super secure. With the heel strap, you have a more rigid plastic in there with a center cut in there. This gives it a lot more flex in there, but diminishes the power into it. As I said, it is a more rigid strap, so you will feel that on certain parts of your instep. There is no padding to it, so all your padding is provided by the boot. It's a very minimalist design. When it comes to the ratchets, they're a little bit wider, so they feed in a little bit easier on that ladder. They climb well, they release well. You never really have to worry about them. At the end of the day, they're a ratchet that does their job. The high back has absolutely no padding to it whatsoever. It's soft and flexible. There is a ton of give to it. There is true zero forward lean in it, which is nice because then it's not forcing you to keep your knees bent if you don't want to. I'm one of those guys, I hate forward lean. My boots have enough of it naturally that I don't need it in there, but if you're one of those guys that you do need it, hey, just pop that little tab on the back, put it forward, you're good to go. Just understand, it's a softer flexing high back. So this is a more freestyle focused binding. There's a lot of flex to it. If you really like to feel some drive in your straps, you're gonna lose that just because of that cutout in the heel strap. It just has a ton of give. That Ox strap has a lot of give as well. Laterally, you might get a little more power because it does have that full wrap, but because this is a softer flexing binding, you're still going to feel that it has a bunch of give to it. In case you haven't caught on, softer flexing binding, not a lot of power. Compared to the Astro Full Wrap, which I rode from Bataleon, this binding is not as damp. It's a lot more lively. You have less padding in that footbed. You're gonna have a little more feel underfoot. So if you experience chatter in your board, you just might experience that right underfoot compared to the Astro in there. It's just a lively binding overall. There's this binding for the freestyle rider that wants a lot of give, but just knows that this binding will work. It's very meat and potatoes. So by and large, this just sort of feels like the Rome 390 Boss with different straps. It's a binding that works. It's softer flexing. It's very forgiving. It's playful. The toe strap is absolutely amazing. I love the way it grips. The heel strap, it leaves a little bit more to be desired. It's just a little more rigid than I would have personally liked in there. Does what you need to do. At the end of the day, this is a better binding than that switchback shit that Bataleon was putting out, and I like the direction that they're going in. This is just going to be a more solid binding. Comparable bindings: the Rome 390 Boss, the Burton Malavita, the Now Brigade. This has been my review of the Bataleon Blaster Full Wrap Binding. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you own a pair? Are you going to buy a pair? Leave me a comment down below. Let's have a conversation about this binding. If you're new here, remember to subscribe, click the bell, get those notifications. That way you're not missing any of the videos we got coming out for all you snowboarders of the internet. And if you really like what we're doing over here and you want to see us succeed and you want to help us further, swing on over to Angry Snowboarder VIP and become a member. Sure, I could tell you more here, but I got a video over there that explains it so much better. As always, I've been your host, Avran LeFeber, and I'll see you in another video.